I've seen better days. I almost caught this deer today. It would have been so good if I did, but lost it.
So you do like hunting?
I like hunting a lot.
Awesome. Well, I know that the last time that we had talked, you had just told me that you were really just confused on where you were going in life, your path, your life path, and that you and your father didn't really get along very well. Is that still an issue?
Yeah, they're both definitely still an issue. Me and my dad don't get along, and I still don't know where I'm going in life, so.
Okay. What are some things that you want to talk about today that you want to change?
Well, I want to change me and my dad's relationship. I want that to be better. I don't want to argue anymore, and I want him to let me marry who I want to marry, not who he wants me to marry.
Okay.
And I also want to know, where I need to go in life.
Well, who does your dad want you to marry?
He wants me to marry Koacum. He's like the neighborhood village boy that everyone's in love with, but I'm just not.
Okay. And who do you want to marry? Do you have anybody specific, or what makes you not want to marry him?
Well, I'm in love with John, so that's who I want to marry. And I don't want to marry Koacum because of that.
Okay, and who's John?
John is this guy that is very beautiful and kind to me, and he loves me, and the only thing is that he's not my skin color or my race, which is why my dad doesn't like him. He's white and blonde and blue-eyed, so.
Okay. Well, I know you said that you like to hunt. What are some other things that you enjoy doing?
I like to basket weave. I like to play with the kids in the village, and I'm really good at doing hair. I do the hair of all the girls in the village usually about once a week. I'm a good braider.
Okay, so do you do it with a lot of friends, or just all the women and all the girls in the village?
Yeah, they all just come to me and we kind of gather and hang out and talk, and I just do their hair, and usually some of them make food, and we just kind of make it a weekly thing.
Well, it sounds like you're really outgoing. Sounds like you're very high-spirited. You do like to go hunting, and you seem very determined. Yeah. Well, based on what you told me just about you and your dad, that you had said that you and your dad don't get along. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being that it would never happen, and 10 meaning that it could possibly happen, on a scale of 1 to 10, how possible is it that you and your dad would be able to agree on who you would want to marry?
Probably a 2.
Okay, and why would it be a 2?
Because we just never get along, and I really don't see him changing his mind ever.
Okay. What would be your dreams and aspirations for your future and for your life?
Well, I want to be a wife, and I want to be a mother and have kids, and I also want to perfect my hunting skills and my basket weaving skills, and maybe, marry John and provide for our family by, selling some of the things that we make and making some money like that.
Well, it sounds like you really care about your future and for your future family. I mean, you don't have a family yet, but it seems like you really care about them already, and you definitely love children. I know you do their hair and in the village, and so I know that you would be a good mom. Definitely.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Can you tell me when was a time that you and your father did get along?
Probably before John came into the picture about a year ago. I was definitely his favorite. Out of all my siblings, because he taught me how to hunt, and I did it the best out of everyone, and he taught me everything that he knows, and he would always take me hunting with him, and we really bonded like that, and definitely became close like that, and I was very much a daddy's girl back then.
Okay, so now that you and your father are arguing and aren't getting along, what are some resources that you have used to kind of help you cope with that, kind of help you get through you and your father arguing?
Well, whenever we argue, I usually like to relieve stress and vent and go to the river and, just think and talk to the trees and talk to the wind and the little animals. I love animals. So that's kind of what I do when I get angry and upset with my dad, and it's probably better for everyone that I do that because I get mad and I take it out on people and I'm rude, so it's probably better for everyone that I just go be by myself for a little bit and just vent and talk things out and then come back.
Well, it sounds to me like you definitely think about others before you do things. I know that if you get angry with your father, you said that you go and you kind of take your quiet time, and that shows that you really care about your dad and your relationship too. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you a question. If, say, you woke up tomorrow and a miracle happened, and you and your father did get along and did agree on things, what would that look like to you and to others?
It would just make me so happy, and it would make John really happy, and it would just be peace in our family because right now, every time that me and him argue, he just gets upset with me and yells at me and tells me that I'm a disgrace to the family because I'm not going by the rules and how they've always done it, and that I'm marrying outside of our race, and that the spirits above are looking down on me. So it makes me feel really bad. So if he agreed with me, I would definitely be happy, and everyone else would be happy, and there would be peace among all of us.
And what would peace look like? What kind of peace would it be?
Just peace relationally, like between us. We wouldn't argue anymore and go back to being with him all the time and being close. So just peace in that way.
Do you think that if you and your father got along and things were better, that also you and John and him would also get along?
Yeah, because as of now, we kind of have to hide things and keep things secret, and I want to be able to just have a normal relationship with someone. So if I had my father's approval, that definitely could happen.
Okay. Well, what would that first step look like in order to make that happen?
I guess I could talk to my dad peacefully and with a calm tone, and talk to him about John and why I like John and his good qualities, and maybe explain to him why he's so important to me, and maybe he would understand better that way.
Okay. Well, I know that when we had talked at the beginning, I had asked you to rate yourself, and you had rated yourself a 2. What would you rate yourself now that we've kind of explored some different ways to make that goal happen?
I would say probably a 7.
Okay, and why would you rate yourself a 7 now?
Because I've just thought of some ways to talk to my dad, and maybe he'll understand better, and if I communicate better with him, maybe he'll let me and John be together.
Well, it seems like you definitely learned some different things, not only in this session, but just about yourself in general that you've already been doing, and just different ways to look at it and different approaches to take. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I think that you have done awesome today. I think that you've really made those extra steps, and I think that the first step is what will need to happen in order for that to for you and your father to have a better relationship. Can you tell me how you felt this session went today?
I thought it went really good. I've got some good ideas that I'm going to use, and so I'm happy with it.
Good. Well, do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
All right. Well, Pocahontas, I will see you next time, next week, next Thursday at 5 o'clock, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.